Meta may have just killed Apple's virtual reality and augmented reality aspirations before Apple even got started. The Meta Quest Pro now allows you to choose between a full virtual reality experience or an augmented reality experience. This is a direct threat to Apple's vision for the future, as all the reports seem to indicate that Apple is going all in with augmented reality over virtual reality. This is what Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple, had to say about AR.
And few people in here are going to view that it's acceptable to be enclosed in something because we're all social people at heart. Even those of us introverts are social people. We like people and we want to interact. So AR, I think, is going to become really big. VR, I think, is not going to be that big.
So it's clear that Tim Cook really believes in AR, even though he hasn't had many good things to say about VR. That's why the Meta Quest Pro is such a threat to Apple. Meta just won the first mover advantage in AR headsets. There is a huge competitive advantage gained by being the first to a market. By the time the competition catches up, your company may already own the lion's share of the market. Once a company has loyal customers, it's very difficult to get those customers to jump ship. Usually, unless there's at least a 10 times better solution, customers tend to just stick with what they know. Meta may have just captured all the enthusiastic VR and AR users with its new hybrid Meta Quest Pro that offers both a VR and AR experience. Meta getting to the AR headset market first follows their famous business philosophy: move fast and break things. And therein lies the biggest difference between Meta and Apple. There's a war going on in Silicon Valley over business philosophies. Meta is part of the new Silicon Valley business group that follows what's known as lean methodology. Meta's move fast and break things motto really sums up the philosophy. With lean methodology, the goal is to create a minimum viable product as fast as possible so that you can get the product in the hands of users and start receiving feedback as quickly as possible. The ultimate goal is to learn quickly. Instead of assuming what the users want up front and building the perfect product to satisfy all their users' wants, you create a minimum viable product that satisfies the user's most pressing needs, and then start talking to your users. The goal at this point is to find out exactly what the user wants for version 2 of the product. Constantly be talking to users and improving the product as quickly as possible. The thought behind lean methodology is that you'll end up with a better product that users actually want faster using the lean method than if you spent years trying to make the perfect product that you think users want. If you try to be a fortune teller and spend years building the perfect product, you may end up creating something that users don't even like and have to start all over. Or maybe your users only like 20% of the features you built and the other 80% of features was a complete waste of time. So it's best to just get something useful out into the world as fast as possible, talk to users, and then iterate quickly, building exactly what the users want instead of trying to guess what they'll want ahead of time. Apple, on the other hand, follows a different philosophy. Apple strives for perfection from version 1. Apple wants to spend as much time as it takes to create a product they know will wow their customers. Every product Apple produces must hold to the highest standards of quality to uphold the Apple brand. Apple refuses to put out crap. This philosophy is known as the Waterfall method. You do a lot of research up front and you create the best possible product right away. The biggest pro of this method is that the initial product is almost guaranteed to be of a higher quality than a minimum viable product that is thrown together as quickly as possible. The waterfall method builds a higher sense of trust in a brand. You know, if you buy an Apple product, Apple has spent a lot of time and money guaranteeing the product meets their high standards. The biggest downside to this method is that other companies like Meta can beat you to the punch, come out with a finished product before you do, and capture the lion's share of a market. This may actually be the biggest reason why Apple lost the PC operating system war to Microsoft. While Apple was the first to come out with a graphical user interface operating system on January 24th, 1984, which was 2 years before Microsoft released their Windows 1.0, neither Apple nor Microsoft's Generation 1 operating system was very successful. Both needed a complete overhaul of their operating system to appeal to the masses. This is where Microsoft may have won the PC operating system war by being the first to market. Microsoft released their first major overhaul of their operating system, and they named it Windows 95. It came out on August 24th, 1995. Apple's Mac OS 8 did not follow until July 26, 1997, almost 2 years later. While the Apple's Mac OS 8 sold 3 million copies in 6 months, Microsoft sold an amazing 40 million copies in their first year of selling the Windows 95 operating system. Microsoft already won the lion's share of the market, leaving Apple in the dust. To this day, Microsoft owns 76% of the PC operating system market worldwide. Will history repeat itself? By the time Apple comes out with their own VR, AR headset, will it be too late? Will Meta already own so much of the market that Apple has no chance of catching up? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Like and subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.